I'm one of the few members of my family who is not lawyers or non-military. I'm just a retired person here without an agenda. Just walked in, and I guess it's Captain Solmacy, the Coast Guard. I agree 100% with your concerns and your fears of port security. I think it was around 2008. It was an issue for a few months in the general media about port security.
This LNG tanker was going into Boston Harbor. It was a Yemeni flagged.
And it faded away. No one's talking. This is the first I've heard of it in a long time. I think since, it's been 11 and a half years since 9/11, real complacency has set in. I feel on the radio this morning coming in, they're joking about, well, the traffic lights will work and sequester. I see that same attitude is setting in, and the sequester is going to be a field day for the late night comedians. But I guess the question I have for you, anything short of another attack you think would get what we want, more security, more funding?
I wouldn't want to say that. Thank you for the question. I wouldn't want to say that, but you're not sure what would prompt people to provide resources. We've been struggling with this since the Coast Guard was created, so it's always been a constant struggle, but it's become more and more important to have us up to speed and better equipped and better resourced. So I'm not sure if, unfortunately, your hypothesis might be correct, and I wouldn't want to say that officially, but certainly a concern would be if it does take something like that to occur. It's like anything, it's a soft spot, it's a soft hit. That's the reality. If you're looking at conducting a terrorist action against the United States, and I'm telling you what I'm telling you, that's what I'd hit if I were them. And I think people would react certainly after that. But we are going back to your question. As a result of today and the next few months, we will go back to pre-9/11 levels. We just got up to a certain level. We'll go back to pre-9/11 levels in staffing for the Coast Guard. And while we're being asked to do the Arctic mission, we're not being funded for icebreakers to do it.
In the back, I think this, I didn't see the young woman there. Right hand behind us.
My name is Mark Tempest. I'm a retired Navy captain and a lawyer. But my question is for Commander Kraska, which has to do with, I want to talk a little bit about West Africa, the Gulf of Guinea piracy, and what steps AFRICOM or the Africa Station is undertaking, if you know in that area. Maybe Admiral, you know.
Well, West Africa and the Gulf of Guinea is considered sort of the next shoe to drop because of all of the offshore oil infrastructure. It's a very different business model